but we'll see how well this works out for Cheeseface versus Vey. Game number 1.
Cheeseface picks up the bow, and you mentioned that axe spear matchup was a 50-50. I'm going to say that bow spear matchup is a lot harder. Cheeseface holding the bow in hand, he's already racking up some damage for himself, and I mean, the elimination bracket is a scary place to be.
Yeah, I mean, pressure's on. You've lost a set, and oh, no, don't.
Vey performs under the pressure. Vey
I was rooting for you.
He performs under the pressure. You're talking about that pressure in the elimination bracket. Vey does not feel it. He goes for the Orion Classic, the GCN sig, to punish the dodge and back to the stage. Vey already taking a big lead for himself here. The axe downlight is going to see what Cheeseface can do back, but it's not looking like Vey was looking, is it?
Yo, you know what? It's just the first stock. Cheeseface already building up that damage. Good side air, left side, ground pound connects. Cheeseface
nice
cleans it up.
Maybe I'm racking 2 on Cheeseface, because that was a solid edge guard. That ground pound covers so many options and closes off the wall completely for Cheeseface. Vey pick back on that spear. Let's see if he can get him back off stage. I know Cheeseface, he doesn't want to end up back there. There's no way he's going back off stage this set.
Yeah, I imagine Cheeseface can play a little bit more neutral heavy, stay on ground, and not let that happen, or at least keep an eye out for the potential of those N6s. But right now, Vey over to Lance, gets a nice side air. No ground pound thrown out. There it is.
Weapon throw, trying to stuff out that instant recovery. You know a lot of Lance players, that's a quick move, so they like to go instantly for it and see if they can get some damage for themselves. But Cheeseface, what's that now? 2 ice off stage versus Vey.
You know what? Vey's he's just so good on the off stage. I can't fault him. Cheeseface getting a little beat out. It's okay.
It's all right. It's the Orion Classic. You go off stage versus Orion. It's not in your favor no matter who the player is. Orion always has that favor. That's a little secret Orion tech. You go off stage, you're gonna win.
Just the untold Orions are so good off stage, but right now Cheeseface looking for a weapon to hopefully even up the stock count. Vey with the weapon denial.
Nair is going to come through as he plays that spear to perfection. The Nair is going to get punished.
Yo, what a wake up.
That was actually a really nice signature to throw out there. Kept him real safe from that edge guard. And Cheeseface, you can see it right there. He says no more off stage. In fact, I'm going to fight my way back on stage immediately. The end light is going to send me very far to the left, and the edge guard is going to be pristine.
And he knows it too. You saw him charging up the weapon toss, trying to go for the denial. He's going to stick with the axe for the matchup, but Vey gets the lucky weapon spot on the right side.
He's trying to feel out the grounder game now. You can see Cheeseface doesn't want to commit too hard to anything. These Lance moves, on the other hand, are very high commitment. There, it's going to get punished.
All right, getting some good damage built up. Vey with the weapon swap over to the spear. Doesn't get the downlight.
More movement on the ground here. You can see he doesn't want to commit just to anything just yet. The recovery is going to be the first hit to connect in a while. That Sair is going to punish the next one. Another Sair, and he's limited on jumps here. The edge guard's coming through. That's the first there. Weapon throw to knock out the dodge. Beautiful ground pound.
Not done yet, though. Vey got the wall touch. Okay. Cheeseface finally wins an offstage engagement. That's the one that gets in the game.
That matters, yep.
Yeah.
You can lose as much as you want, but when I get that one edge guard, it's going to be it for me. Cheesecake takes the victory, game 1 versus Vey. And we see immediately into map bans. So they're not. I don't think we saw any character swaps there.
No, it looks like they're going
Orion's
straight
still
into
locked in, and like you mentioned, this is the Azoth, so I better not see him switch. You better not have lied to me.
Look, he's level 100. I can't imagine him swapping, especially on win. No, they're keeping it. It's going to be Vey sticking with the Orion, and same map as well, Miami
Everything the same. Maybe, hopefully we see the same type of offstage play, because that was very exciting. I like that.
Everyone loves a good offstage engagement. Again, those neutral sigs from Vey are such a serious threat. Cheeseface has got to be ready for those.
He looked like he figured it out towards the end there. He wasn't getting caught too easily anymore, and now he is getting caught in between a stage and a hard place with no weapon in his hand. He finally gets the bow for himself. He's going to look for these Nairs, these Sairs, just the bow player's special, racking up as much damage as they can. But this is where Vey wants, and like you mentioned, it's the same spot. He's up and out of it this time, runs to the other side.
I love the disengage. Went for the safe weapon toss, you know, lots of range on it, and then said, I'm going back to the platform. I want the axe.
Damage rack up is coming through slow. Ooh. The axe down stick is going to drop, sadly. The Sair is still going to find up some damage for himself, so he's not sitting too worried about that.
Yeah, the platform got in the way a little bit. He's going over to the bow, a little bit more bow play as the second guy gets the shot. The N-Sig takes him out. Cheeseface with a lead.
I feel like, is there a name for Azoth's little sidekick there, or is it just Azoth? It's just his spirit.
I always call him just second guy.
The second guy. Azoth and second guy work together to get that KO there, like you mentioned. This time he's back on the axe to rack up more damage, and you mentioned that this matchup is definitely a hard one. He's making it look like a hard one.
Cheeseface looking good. He's leveling up as the games progress, but Vey with the weapon advantage. He's going to need a little bit more damage before he can go for a KO.
Down air into the side there. That's the... I feel like that's the spear player's special. They like to get that bounce off and punish it. That ground pound is going to spike him off the top of the bottom.
Yeah, that was
Downward.
an interesting... it kind of like spread him out, and then that little spike, I think, hit him. But either way, it was enough to finish off the stock.
Nice three-piece there. Goes for the N-Sig to follow it up and gets punished. He is looking for him a lot, and if he finds it, it's going to be a big reward, so I understand. The payday on the spear is coming through, though, as you're seeing a lot of nairs, a lot of recoveries.
Where's this damage coming from?
It's looking beautiful. Another punish. More nairs. Reads the dodge in.
Cheeseface starting to swing heavy. Hope to finish off this stock, but Vey has evened up the damage difference. Nice Sayer. Another Sayer. Cheeseface gets the stock. Okay, gonna stick with the axe. Yep.
The spear in hand again. We saw a lot of damage come through, and now we're gonna see just a straight down sig come through. That down sig so strong, so scary. It covers both sides and has high force, so it is definitely the KO option every Orion's looking for. Weapon in hand for both these players. It's
really good for shutting down aggression too, right? Like when someone just wants to stack up on you, you just throw that out and they immediately regret their decision.
Especially on that kit, because Spear doesn't really have a good get-off-me move, right? Yeah, so that down sig on the Orion kit is definitely covering the weak points of the weapon, and he's looking very good here. He's making Spear have no weak points. It's been all game with these nairs into the juggle position.
Yo, those juggles are so good, and Cheeseface is like, all right, I got to swap back to the axe. Give me something with a little bit of a better down air for that straight vertical, and Vey gets disarmed.
Actually ended up unarmed there, and he was looking for that weapon as soon as it spawned. Cheeseface doing what he does on that Azoth. We've seen so many 6 from him, and one more is going to do it for him in that game. N6 going to take him off the top, and Cheeseface sitting 2-0 comfortably above Vey in the losers finals here, loser semis here.
Yeah, Vey struggling a little bit. This might be the opportunity to see Vey make that swap. This is, again, set point, so if Vey gets knocked out, that's a full elimination, and of course, it's going to be a swap over to the Ada? Ada.
Yeah, this Ada lock-in, this is a character I haven't seen forever. This character is lost to time, and even he's going to keep it lost as he goes back to the Orion.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really want that.
I mean, it was a scary pick for sure. That Ada comes with high knockout power, but also gets high power to be knocked out, right? So
you got 3 defense, you got long active frames. It's a risky pick. We've seen in the past some Adas do well, but like you said, it's been a while since we've seen an Ada in competitive.
Right. But we have the same exact matchup here, so we're going back into that Azoth versus Orion matchup. Vey, he's racking up damage real good. I actually like a lot of the plays he's going for on the map. Those nairs and those recoveries, they're doing work. He's even getting some sidelights in. We're not seeing a lot of dodge reads that Spear players like to go for, a lot, like switch-ups, right, with the downlights if they can. But he's doing well. He's getting damage where it matters. He just needs to work on these KOs and work on getting KO'd. As we say that, the axe is back on hand from Cheesecake, and on that side, the axe has been doing a lot.
Yeah, I really want to see, kind of to your point, Vey do Spear. We saw about 0 damage dealt on the lance in the last one versus the 446 damage put out on his Spear. So I think the numbers really say, play some Spear for Vey.
Yeah, like we saw, Vey's not a player with a lot of history for us, so that seeing him go from the Orion and then potentially the Ada was his thought process there, that shows that he's a Spear main. He's a Spear main and he likes those down sigs that cover both sides. He's got 2 things in common with those characters, and it's kind of working out for him when he sticks to the Spear, so I want to see a lot more of it. He's been playing it so far here. He has the lance in hand now.
Yeah, that was just a brief lance pickup for the weapon starve, really. It goes back to the Spear. He's keeping even with Cheeseface for the damage, but Cheeseface picks up an all active frames.
Yep.
Everybody's fallen for that one at least once.
That's another Azoth special right there.
Yeah, that side sig it's so scary. It stays out for longer than you expect, and many a competitor has fallen for that one, but it does give Cheeseface a stock advantage. Vey, with the lance in hand, could go for a sidelight side air maybe to finish this off.
Sidelight nair is going to be the damage rack up. The Sayer is going to take Cheesecake out to the left, but he's not KO'd just yet. It's a lot of defense on the on the Azoth. Azoth very balanced stat-wise, right? He's got a lot of everything,
yeah,
and the 6 is add-on. Another recovery is not going to do it just yet.
Might go for another one. Cheeseface starting to find more damage, get that extra credit. Man, Cheeseface is so damaged. A side air from basically anywhere should be enough.
You're talking about extra credit, but Cheesecake is looking to graduate here. He's taking very well damage, and he's
got the AP courses.
Right, he's already looking to take Vey off on this stock too, and you see the other guys like to call him coming out, but he's not going to find that. Gets punished by the Spear Dare, but Spear Dare on the map isn't what you care out with. Off the map, now we can talk about KOs.
Yeah, especially when there's nothing to bounce off of. Lots of force on that one with how much damage was built up. But Cheeseface, again, has such a huge lead given what he did on that first stock.
Right, and it is an insane lead. It's not the graduation we were looking for, maybe 2 stocks for him, but it is at a point where if he gets another one of those side airs, he's not going to be on that stock anymore. Yeah,
he needed 2 more hours to finish his credits, but right now, Vey taking him to detention. He's getting damage built up, gets the wall touch just barely.
And Cheesecake was moving very dangerous there on himself. That was a beautiful downline there. G-Speed to take that off the top. He almost ran out of jumps there on that edge guard, but that weapon thrower bought him some room to get back to the stage. We've even seen a lot of damage come through with this axe. Vey on his elimination stock here.
Yeah, this is potentially Vey's tournament stock. If he doesn't win this one, gonna get knocked out here in the elimination bracket. Cheeseface goes for the read with a gravity cancel neutral sig. Didn't quite work out for him.
Ooh, he GC'd there and wasted his dodge, but Vey actually didn't go for the double down like that we see a lot of Spirit players do. He instead went for that nair, so maybe he was trying to find a play off that. Didn't work out for him, and now the damage is continuing on.
Lance in hand for Vey.
Side air.
Not gonna get much else. Goes back over to the spear, side air. What's the finisher?
He's looking for this knockout as he catches him coming back to stage.
Nice.
Down like catches him into the recovery. That's a beautiful option there. Recovery, because he was not where he wanted him to be for that stare, so he goes up for the easier KO option, takes him off the top. Vey on the tournament stock, like we already mentioned, the bow in hand for Cheesecake. And Sig, a favorite of his, Cheeseface.
Yo, we're thinking about the food, man. They brought in food. It smells good. We know there's some cheesecakes over there. I don't blame you for thinking about it, but either way, he's going to try to put some cheese onto Vey right now as he's got the axe in hand again, and Vey, he's getting the damage. He's getting the nair juggles.
Sidelight is not going to take that stock just yet. We saw that edge guard come through multiple times. Down like Sair. We're getting Sairs from both sides here, and the stocks are even. Deep red for both players here. KO options all across the board. You know both these characters love their signatures, so are we going to see any? That's one there.
Vey's been holding those signatures back, hasn't thrown out nearly as many as the sets progress, but a recovery might be enough.
Cheeseface not going to call that stock there just yet. The side stick's going to come through, and the side air is going to send him so far. He did jump before that, so he is limited on jumps here. You see the sweat beats coming through, but he makes it back to the stage. Vey helps him out. Cheeseface staying unarmed here, doesn't want a weapon.
I mean, there's the weapon spawn on the right side.
He's not looking for it.
Yeah, he wants to finish it unarmed. Vey's going to take advantage, get this weapon, and gets to the side air. Vey puts himself on the board, 2-1.
2-1 for Vey. I mean, for Cheeseface. Vey staying in the set. He doesn't want to be knocked out just yet. Vey kept his weapons there the entire time. Cheeseface wasn't feeling it. He thought he felt he played his weapons a bit too much, and he's been playing them a bit too evenly. So he said, all right, the unarmed is what I haven't been putting a lot of work into. So let me pull it out now. It did cost him that game. They're going back to the Mammoth Fortress.
Looking at the stats, it looks like both are very single weapon focused. We got Vey putting out 623 damage with the spear. On the other side, Cheeseface 419 dealt with the axe.
I feel like do you really feel like he's maybe playing this axe just for the matchup, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think his axe is looking good here.
When you're level 100, you can definitely play both of the weapons on your character, and we have seen him do a lot of work with the bow, a lot of edge guard, and we saw that GC from last game. That was really nice. An edge guard is happening right now. He gets back on the stage pretty fast.
Yeah, good avoidance from Vey, not getting taken out. We've seen those bow ground pounds have got a lot of fixed force, so that early they can be so scary.
Cheeseface sticking to the bow this time. You told him he was playing too much axe. He didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. He wants to show you that he can do both. But Vey can do it all.
Vey can do it. And that's a stock again. Vey with those N6 reached just high enough. Vey's got the lead.
The N6 counter is at 2, and hey, it's 2 clean N6 and 2 clean KOs. That is a beautiful second throw out. That sidelight Sair is going to be beautiful as well. He's going for this edge guard here. And
good dodge.
Ooh, that dodge was just perfect enough to get back to the stage. He's getting these dare add-ons.
The flash out. Still got the wall touch. Vey not going for the GCN sig, and Cheeseface catches him with the down sig.
That was a very nice down sig from Cheeseface. Something a lot of Azoth players like to go for when you try to creep up over that corner. They'll just down sig and get the complete coverage and like to add on even more damage on this fresh stock.
It's really good, especially on Mammoth, where that soft platform like lines up with the main stage, because you think it's safe, and then he covers it with the down sig.
Side air, side air, side air. Beautiful down sig. I mean, beautiful ground pound read.
Got the damage advantage. Again, the nairs from Vey have been very good. Nice pickup, downlight side air.
Downlight Sair to catch that perfect angle from Cheeseface. He was not in a good spot for that, so he gets downlight Sair, and he gets weapon starved now as he has to fight his way back to that axe.
Goes for the immediate pickup into the down signature. Didn't quite work out for him. Off stage.
That Sarah just having a bit more recovery frames than he expected, ended up falling a bit lower than he wanted to, and he gets punished coming back to the stage. But his stock is still looking okay. He's trying to add on some more damage, but Vey has damage of his own, and a bit too much, honestly. Vey's looking to KO now.
Yep, a Pogo and Cheeseface doesn't get the wall touch. Vey, potential to force this to a game number 5.
Right, he did not want to end it early. He fell 2-0, but he's looking like he's not worried at all.
And this is why we do best of 5s, that adaptation, the opportunity to level up in the set.
Right, the learning game is just insane. Even considering that last game, he was sitting very, very much at a deficit, and he still brought that back. That down air into the other guy, not yet going to be it. That down light Sarah, still not a KO.
Down
nice
air, nice. Okay, Cheeseface celebrating a little early there with that gravity cancel Ensig, but he's going to get back, gets the weapon he wants. He wants the bow. Okay, he really wants to play this bow out.
Weapon spawn going to be there for Vey. He wants that spear. We've been noticing he's stuck primarily to it. Every time he's picked up the lance, has not been doing a lot of work, but he throws it away. Maybe to open some space for himself, maybe because he doesn't want it anymore. But it does cause him to be unarmed here, and he's taking a lot of damage because of it.
Trying to get over the side, Sig.
Now we have a pretty even game here as Cheeseface makes even more damage, leads to himself. Another GC downlight, not going to find it this time, and Vey has the spear in hand.
Vey trying to utilize all of the platforms, all of the stage that he's got, but Cheeseface keeping him on the corner. Punishes the landing, doesn't get the downlight though.
Side light is all he's going to find on the bow there. Side sig, not quite yet. Vey still in this. He's finding some damage for himself. The Nair's going to come through. Downlight, end light. He's so damaged. He's so deep in the red.
Interesting, he went for the end light there. Downlight recovery is a KO tool, but maybe just wasn't confident in it. The end light comes out quicker.
Vey with the lance snare. Downlight Sarah. That's going to finally do it. I was expecting a recovery there, but the Sarah does get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, he had the positioning. The soft platform was there. Cheeseface is going to take it 3-1 over Vey.
That's the last time I ignore math. You got me there, dude. Wow. The math did not lie. Cheeseface ends up taking it. It was 3-1. It was looking close in that last game, maybe bringing us to a game 5, but it did not happen. Vey eliminated from the elimination bracket.
A real tragedy for you. I mean, you bet your first prediction on mainstream.
I've never had predictions before, and
you know, I mean,